Hello and welcome to Truth Seeker Psychic Readings, reminding you of who you really are. We're looking at the week starting the 12th of April all the way through to the 18th of April. And for all of you late Aries, happy birthday for you guys. Hope you have an amazing time and enjoy yourselves. Now we're going to look at the theme for the month, and it is the Tower in reverse. Big card. Okay, the Tower is major arcana, so it is a major archetype, and from this depiction you'll see usually it's a building that is being struck by lightning, but in this beautiful deck it is somewhat of a a natural, either a tree or something of that nature. I haven't quite worked it out, but yeah, it's a natural thing, a natural tower, perhaps a big tree, roots, stalk, trunk, going up into the sky and being heralded, okay? So the tower indicates things that don't particularly go exactly the way we plan them to. Okay, so if you're feeling this week like something's happening that's completely out of your control, that, I guess caught you a little bit off guard, then you just have to sort of accept that life is cyclical and always changing. And so there's a situation that may happen here whereby you need to just decide that you're going to just allow it and you're going to surrender to it, because essentially you can't control your external world, okay? I mean, we create our world, right? We create our world through our mind, through our thoughts, through our actions, through our words. However, the outcome is based upon previous thoughts, previous words, previous actions. So sometimes we've either manifested or created this, or it's just happened out of some sort of circumstance and it's a test. But essentially for us this week, there is some sort of test, okay? And it involves a change in our environment, something that has us feeling like, oh, a bit like that. But we have to sort of just surrender and let go. We have to decide that we're not going to let that affect us, right? Because if we do, we succumb to it and we become overtaken by the mind and different aspects of ourselves, the shadow side. Yeah, we need to stay in the light. We need to stay positive, and remember that we affect change through positivity and through the right mindset. So if you can just stay in the right mindset throughout this process, you won't allow the external thing to affect you internally, and thereby you'll be good. Okay, so right next to that we have the Ten of Pentacles, beautiful card. And it's talking about family, it's talking about the structure around the home, it's talking about money and independence, okay? And the Ten of Pentacles is great because it's basically saying to you guys that no matter what's happening around you, you have a stable base and you have security within your home space, within that place that you confide in for love, for caring, for nurturing. And the home is very much a stable place, yeah, and we need to keep it that way so that we have that security. So this is basically saying this week, don't make any massive changes in the home. Keep it a nice, beautiful place for you to come to. And there are people in your home and there are people in your life that you can rely on and depend on. And so if you're going through something like this, yeah, and you need to talk about it, talk to family, talk to friends, talk to those that understand you, because this is saying you have that support system. You shouldn't neglect that. You don't have to go through life feeling like everything is done alone, because it's not. We have people around us for a reason. This human life, this human experience that we're sharing is not just for us, it's for everyone. So incorporate other people in your life, especially if you're going through a difficult time. In the middle, we have the Two of Cups in reverse. Now this is sort of like questioning some connection in your life, okay? Person that you've always been connected to, a person that you've always felt very much aligned with, something not quite right about them this week or about the situation that occurs. I do feel like it's temporary. I do feel like it's testing your friendship or your love or your marriage or your partnership. And it's just asking you to basically brush aside the little things, you know, those little circumstances. We all go through waves, ups and downs and changes in life, okay? So we have to accept that our partner, our friend, our whoever is close to us is going through things, and perhaps we just need to give them space, let them come back around, because once you do that, everything changes. You get the 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups is contentment, it's happiness, it's peace, it's a joy. Cups are up in the air. You're celebrating, you're enlivened by the energy of the cups, and you're feeling as though there is a sense of freedom, okay? So essentially, whatever happens around you this week is asking for you to just work through stuff. You know, externally there's a problem. Let it go, surrender to it. Understand that if you do that, things will improve, things will change, okay? And so this is telling you that you're finding happiness, you're finding joy despite your external differences and your external changes, despite the fact that the person that you connect with the most is having some sort of issue, okay? And maybe you wanted to rely on them. Maybe this was the person that you came to help you through your situation of the Tower in reverse, but maybe it's just, they're just not, perhaps they didn't have the heart to tell you that they couldn't listen, that they were going through some stuff. And so it's gonna take some understanding on our behalf, right? It's gonna take some self-assurance, okay? And you will be able to confide in family. You will be able to confide in those that care for you, but you just have to remain open, okay? And the 9 of Cups wants you to remember that throughout this whole process, there's a sense of happiness around you. You just need to embrace it, okay? And not get stuck in that mindset of the external world controlling your internal world, okay? Now, at the end of this reading, we've got the 5 of Wands. Now, the 5 of Wands is people in your life that come in and sort of try and test you, okay? Now, it's an interesting week. You've got many dynamics here, you know, but this particular person is somebody that you're finding loves to compete, loves to sort of push your buttons a little bit, taunt you a little bit, you know. You don't have to put up with that, okay? The only person you should be competing with is yourself, essentially, okay? It's you versus you. Because if we compete with other people, we're basically putting ourselves in a position where we can become annoyed and upset if we lose. But there is no losing, okay? If we all do what's best for ourselves and we just learn to better ourselves each and every day, there's no losing. There's only growing. There's only learning, okay? Don't allow another person to put you in a competition mode where you're feeling like you're losing, okay? Because that's what this is doing. And it's unnecessary, and it might just be somebody in your life, like, you know, a younger brother or an older brother that's taunting you or that's giving you a hard time. Don't allow it to happen. Put some boundaries up. Tell them that it's not okay. Okay, because this week, essentially, I feel like there's a lot happening, and sometimes that can be stressful in itself, and we need to just sort of like bring things back to the baseline. And if we can't control what's happening out here externally, fine, leave it alone. We have friends and family that we can talk to about it. And if we find that that person that we really connect with, where that connection somehow, there's something not quite right, you know, maybe they're just going through a tough time, and maybe we just need to be compassionate for them, okay? So don't take it to heart if the person you connect with the most is not having the best time. And that might just mean you need to give them space. And then you'll feel happy again, because you'll be doing what's best for you. You'll be doing what's best for them. And essentially, this last card that I talked to you about, this person, well, they're just not on your level, and they just haven't fully understood yet what's important in life. And so if they are continually pushing your buttons and you react to that, then you're basically buying what they're selling you, and you're saying that you don't have the power, that you're giving it away. But you can own the power, and you can just decide, no, I'm better than that. I'm not going to buy into it. And that way you grow, you evolve, you change. Yeah. So interesting things this week. I hope you guys have an amazing week and enjoy it. Take it easy, one step at a time. Everything's going to be great. Now, if you enjoyed the reading, please subscribe to the channel. Please also like the video and comment in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one. And if you can also share it with your friends, that would be much appreciated. Have an amazing week, and I'll see you guys in the next reading.